Archangel Michael says, "I've stood between you and destruction, but what happens next depends on whether you see this message in time. My beloved child, the message you're about to hear isn't ordinary. It's a divine call echoing through time itself. You weren't supposed to stumble upon this by accident. You were meant to hear it now. For centuries, the Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, has guarded humanity against unseen forces. The kind that move in silence. The kind that destroy without leaving a trace. And right now, he has something to say to you. He says, I've stood between you and destruction, but what happens next depends on whether you see this message in time." These words aren't metaphorical. They are a direct warning from realms beyond the human eye. Because something ancient, something unstoppable is already in motion. And Michael's protection, the same shield that once stood between heaven and chaos, is flickering. Imagine for a moment a force so dark it doesn't attack cities or nations but souls. A force that seeps through fear, confusion, and doubt, slowly dismantling the light within us. That force has been dormant until now. Michael's voice comes like thunder across eternity. He has fought this darkness before, and every time he's emerged victorious. But this time, it's different. This time, humanity's fate isn't just in his hands. It's in yours too. He's calling to those who can feel when the air changes. When shadows grow thicker, when dreams start to echo warnings, he's calling to those who are chosen to listen and act before it's too late. You see, divine protection is not automatic. It must be acknowledged. It must be received. Every person who hears this message has a choice. To ignore it as just another story, or to awaken and take their place beside the Archangel themselves, because destruction isn't always loud. Sometimes this starts with silence, with inaction, with disbelief, and Michael knows once disbelief spreads, protection fades. That's why he's speaking now, through whispers, through signs, through moments like this one. If you're hearing this, it means you still have time. But not much. The shield that has guarded you all your life, the one you never saw, is starting to tremble. Michael says, tell them their choices create light or darkness. Tell them the battle is no longer above, it's around them. And that's the truth that few can handle. The spiritual war has already begun. Not in heaven, not in hell, but here in the very space where your thoughts are born and your fears reside. You might have felt it already. The sudden anxiety, the strange heaviness in the atmosphere, the moments where time feels off. That's not coincidence. That's the ripple of an ancient power shifting. Michael stands on the edge of reality, his sword burning with light that pierces through time. And yet even he cannot intervene, unless you see this message and act upon it. The question now is, will you rise and recognize the signs, or will you dismiss them as imagination? While the unseen tide closes in, something massive is about to unfold. And by the end of this story, you'll understand why you were chosen to hear these words. Stay with me, because what comes next will change how you see everything. Life, death, and the world beyond the veil. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description, or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, the moment you chose to keep listening, something ancient shifted in the unseen world. It's as if your attention itself lit a signal in the dark, a small flame that Michael could sense even across divine distances. You see, when an archangel speaks, it isn't only words. It's a vibration, a frequency that resonates with the soul of those who are awake enough to hear it. And right now, your soul has answered the call. Michael's presence is not like anything human eyes can capture. His wings are woven with light, not white, but every color of creation blazing at once. Each feather a reflection of power, courage, and truth. He stands where shadow and light meet, holding the line between despair and hope. He has fought for millennia, for souls, for worlds, for the fragile thread of humanity that keeps faith alive. But as he watches the earth now, his gaze grows heavy. He knows that what's coming is not just another battle. It's the convergence of all battles. He whispers through the veil. Tell them I have stood between them and destruction. But the power to hold the darkness back is fading. Not because evil grows stronger, but because faith grows weaker. Those words strike deep, don't they? Because even in your heart, you might have felt that fading, the disbelief, the exhaustion, the quiet resignation that says maybe the world can't be saved anymore. But Michael insists otherwise. He believes in the remnants of light still within humankind. He believes in you. The message you've heard isn't about fear. It's about awakening. Michael's warning isn't meant to frighten. It's meant to remind. Because in truth, every person carries a fragment of the same light that fuels him. The spark of the divine source itself. That light is what darkness fears most. And yet that's the very thing most people forget they have. They chase meaning. They look for protection in objects and rituals, forgetting that the greatest shield was never outside. It was always within. But here's where the revelation grows deeper. When Michael says, "What happens next depends on whether you see this message in time," he's not talking about physical time. He means spiritual timing. The moment when the soul is finally ready to see. Because there are those who will hear these words but never truly see them. They'll scroll past, they'll doubt. They'll rationalize. And in doing so, they'll miss the vibration that could have awakened their inner light. But you stayed. And that means something extraordinary has already begun. In the realms beyond, light responds instantly to awareness. The moment you accept the truth that you're being watched over, your energy shifts. The protection around you strengthens. You become visible not to the darkness but to the light. And the Archangel's gaze finds you. Right now, somewhere beyond the stars, Michael stands before a gate of radiant fire. It's not a gate of heaven, as you imagine, but a threshold between dimensions, a wall that keeps chaos from consuming order. He's been guarding it since the dawn of time. But cracks have begun to appear, not because of failure, but because the balance of human consciousness is tipping. Fear spreads faster than truth, despair echoes louder than faith. The world feeds the shadow without realizing it. And Michael can only protect those who recognize the warning before the last seal weakens. You might think, What can I possibly do? But the answer isn't in grand actions. It's in small awakenings. It's in choosing light over fear, hope over doubt, and unity over division. Every time a human heart turns toward truth, the cracks seal a little more. Michael has chosen messengers before, prophets, dreamers, warriors. But this time, his message isn't for one chosen few. It's for all who can hear, and those who respond become his voice on earth. He is not asking you to fight monsters in the dark. He's asking you to recognize them. The invisible ones that whisper failure. The thoughts that pull you from your path. The illusions that blind you to your worth. Because those whispers are how the darkness survives through silence, ignorance, and doubt. Michael's words echo again. Tell them the battle is not with swords or flames, but with choice. Every choice builds or breaks the wall that protects them. The earth, as it stands, trembles under the weight of what's coming. Not an apocalypse of fire, but a revelation of truth. The veils between worlds are thinning, and soon what was hidden will no longer remain unseen. The question is, will you be ready when the truth steps through? If your heart beats faster as you hear this, it's because it recognizes something ancient. A memory of standing beside light long before this lifetime. You done this before. You walked with the divine before. And now Michael calls you again to remember who you are. Take a moment, breathe deeply, and feel it. That slight warmth rising through your spine. The tingling on your skin. The rush of calm after chaos. That's not imagination. That's his presence affirming that you are not alone. That you are under his watch right now. But he needs you to keep listening. He needs this message to reach as many hearts as possible, because each listener strengthens the light, and together you become an army of awareness, not bound by weapons but by spirit. So if this resonates, if you can feel even a spark of what's unfolding, share it. Let others know the message has arrived. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me because, as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description, or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Let others awaken before time in its unseen form runs out. Comment with courage, speak with conviction, and remind them the Archangel still stands guard. But the world must now rise beside him, because the next revelation will shake everything you thought you knew about destiny, faith, and the hidden truth behind what keeps us safe. Don't skip, my beloved child. The moment you heard Michael's voice within your heart, the invisible world took notice. The air itself is memory. And when one's soul awakens, ripples begin to form across the unseen ocean that connects all living beings. Somewhere beyond the boundaries of time, Michael turned his gaze toward you and smiled. Not the smile of comfort, but of recognition. You've walked this path before. Long ago, when the stars themselves were still being named. Every soul that hears his call is not random. It's remembrance. Michael did not summon strangers. He summons those whose spirits once stood beside him when light first faced shadow. You may not remember the battle, the vows, or the moment you chose to return to the earth for this exact lifetime. But your soul does. At faint trembling in your chest, the cold shiver followed by warmth. It is memory returning through the veil. The world you see today with chaos, confusion, and fear rising is not a coincidence. Humanity stands on a delicate thread woven between two outcomes, awakening or collapse. And that thread is stretched thinner every day. The Archangel's warning is not the end of hope. It's the beginning of intervention. But for that intervention to manifest, faith must awaken like fire in hearts that have forgotten their own light. Michael moves through realms where thought becomes energy and energy becomes command. When he speaks, stars bend and darkness recoils as if burned by truth. Yet in the human world, his voice can only be heard through silence, intuition, or messages like this one. It takes courage to listen because truth burns away illusions. And most people are not ready to lose what feels comfortable, even if it's false. He says again, "I've stood between you and destruction." You may wonder what destruction does he mean. It is not fire or flood, though those may come. It is the destruction of clarity, of unity, of compassion. The darkness that seeks to unmake humanity does not need to break bodies. It breaks hearts and minds first. It plants division, anger, and endless distraction until humanity forgets the sacred bond that connects every soul. Michael's protection has always been strongest where love is alive. But love itself hath been misunderstood. It's not softness or surrender. It's the fiercest force in existence. The one energy that the shadow cannot mimic or corrupt. Love is light made conscious. And when you act from it, speak from it, choose from it, the Archangel's strength magnifies through you. That is how you become more than protected. You become part of the protection itself. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. The earth surrounded by a golden network. Threads of light connecting every awakened heart. This is the grid of Michael's shield. It doesn't float above humanity. It is made of humanity. Every time one person listens and believes, a new beam of light appears in that web. Every act of courage, every prayer whispered from sincerity strengthens it. But when people give in to despair or hatred, tiny fractures appear, and darkness seeps through. Michael stands where those fractures grow widest. His sword, the legendary blade of light, was never meant for bludgeoning. It was forged to cut illusions, to sever lies that bind the soul. When he lifts it, it hums with the vibration of pure truth. A frequency so high that no deception can survive in its presence. That is the power now flickering, waiting for humankind to ignite it again. He watches, waiting for signs of awakening, moments when a person chooses compassion instead of judgment, truth instead of comfort, unity instead of separation. Every such choice sends a pulse of light into his realm. He counts them as victories, even when humans don't realize what they've done. But the shadow counts too. And lately its count has been growing faster. In ancient texts, it was said that when the archangels light dims, a new wave of souls will rise. Souls born with deep empathy, strong intuition, and a strange sense that they don't belong in this world. These are the souls who came back to hold the vibration of light when others forget. If you've ever felt that way, as though you see what others can't or feel pain that isn't yours, it's because you are one of them. Michael calls you not by voice, but by resonance. And now your resonance is responding. The unseen forces of darkness are not demons in the way stories describe them. They are frequencies, distortions of energy born from fear and hate. They grow wherever love is absent. And they've been feeding for centuries, hidden behind the noise of progress, technology, and war. But now, as truth begins to pierce through illusions, those forces tremble. They know their time is short, which is why they strike harder, causing confusion, division, and despair. Michael's light stands between them and humanity. But he cannot hold forever alone. He needs awakened hearts, not saints, not perfect beings. Just souls who choose light no matter how dark it gets. That's where you come in. You've already begun the transformation by listening. But now the call expands. The Archangel asks you to spread the vibration. Not through fear but through awareness. Share this message not because it's dramatic, but because someone somewhere might hear it just in time. You don't need wings or armor. Your belief, your words, your courage become his shield on earth. Every person who hears and believes strengthens the protection for millions who don't even know they are being saved. And so, my beloved child, let this be your act of faith. Share what you know. Comment with intention. Speak light where others speak darkness. Let Michael's words travel through you. Because the more people who hear this warning, the stronger the light becomes. This isn't about followers. It's about frequency. It's about the survival of the soul of humanity. The Archangel's presence lingers even now closer than you think. His energy surrounding you like a quiet fire. He watches to see if you will take the next step, because what comes next will reveal a truth that even the heavens kept hidden until now. The truth of why you were chosen. Stay till the end, my beloved child. As your heart begins to align with Michael's vibration, the world around you suddenly starts to shift. The moments that once felt ordinary begin to carry a strange, powerful energy. You start noticing signs, numbers that repeat, feathers that appear in unexpected places, flickers of light in the corner of your vision. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Michael communicates not in language, but in presence through synchronicities that bypass logic and speak directly to your spirit. The Archangel knows that faith without evidence often fades. So he sends symbols small enough to be dismissed but undeniable once noticed. Every sign is his way of saying you are seen. You are protected. Keep going. But very few understood that his protection is not passive. It requires participation. The shield of Michael responds to action, to choices made in light. Even when darkness tempts you to surrender, he whispers through your intuition, guiding you toward the places and people who need your light. You may not recognize it yet, but your path has already begun to weave into his divine plan. Every step, every decision, every challenge you faced, they were all shaping you for this moment, this awakening. This realization that you are not just a bystander in this celestial struggle. You are a participant, a thread in the divine pattern that holds creation together. Michael's warning wasn't meant to create fear. It was meant to create readiness. The destruction he spoke of is not only physical, but spiritual. The collapse of truth under the weight of illusion. The world has become loud with lies, with distractions designed to dull the human spirit. And when truth becomes blurred, people lose their sense of purpose. That is when the shadows thrive. They feed on confusion. But clarity, even in one mind, can pierce through miles of darkness. Imagine for a moment the Archangel standing before you. His armor gleams not like metal, but like a living flame, reflecting the strength of every soul who has ever chosen light over shadow. His sword hums with divine resonance, and when he speaks, his voice isn't sound. It's vibration filling every cell in your body. He tells you the time of blindness is ending. The age of remembering begins. That message carries weight because what's coming is revelation. Truths that have been hidden by human hands and by celestial necessity will soon rise. Some of them will shake faith. Others will restore it, but all will reveal that humanity's destiny was never to be saved from darkness, but to transform it. You are not a fragile being in need of rescue. You are light in its most concentrated form. Experiencing reality to remember your own divinity. Michael wants you to remember that because as fear rises, so must faith. Faith not as belief without proof, but as knowing without doubt. He calls this the awakening of the warriors of light. These warriors do not carry weapons. They carry awareness, compassion, and courage. Their battleground is the heart, and their victory is the return of truth. You might wonder, why me? Why now? Because every age has its chosen witnesses. Souls who can hold light steady when others falter. You are one of them. Not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. The willingness to believe, to act, to protect what is sacred, is the most powerful force in the universe. As you listen, the Archangel's energy expands through your aura, wrapping you in a mantle of strength. He stands behind you tall as eternity, his wings unfurled like golden storms. When you speak words of kindness, when you choose forgiveness, when you refuse to hate, those wings spread wider. The shadow fears that expansion because it cannot stand where light multiplies. And now Michael's message grows more urgent. He warns that a great unveiling approaches. A moment when humanity will be shown something it has long forgotten. Something that will redefine the meaning of life and death. It will not come through destruction but through awakening. The veil between dimensions is thinning, and soon the spiritual and the physical will merge in ways no one can ignore. But for that transition to be smooth enough, hearts must anchor light. The Archangels please not to the masses, but to the few who will listen deeply, those who will act, those who will share. That's why you hearing this matters more than you can imagine. You are a transmitter of light. Every word you share, every time you spread truth or compassion, you send frequencies that ripple outward, touching souls you'll never meet. That's how awakening spreads, not by preaching but by resonance. So let your light be known. Speak what you feel. Tell others that Archangel Michael is calling not in myth but in energy. Comment your faith. Share your hope. Subscribe to Light itself, because every act of awareness multiplies divine protection across the planet. You are not just hearing a story. You are part of the prophecy unfolding. The Archangel's shield is forming again through you, through everyone who chooses to believe. And soon, when the skies tremble with signs, and the earth hums with transformation, those who heard and answered will stand in calm, surrounded by peace. While others search for meaning, Michael stands ready, his sword raised, his gaze steady upon you. The question remains, when the truth reveals itself, will you stand with him? Will you hold the light even when the world shakes? Because that moment is closer than anyone realizes. And when it comes, those who saw the signs will not be afraid. They will rise. They will remember. And Michael will smile knowing his message reached in time. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. When the Archangel's light begins to move through you, the world around you no longer appears as it once did. Everything starts to vibrate with purpose. You begin to see that even the smallest events, a delayed journey, a stranger smile, a storm that changes your plans, are not random disruptions, but divine choreography. The universe under Michael's command rearranges itself to protect, prepare, and awaken you. What once felt like coincidence now feels like communication. The air carries messages. Silence holds instructions. Michael's presence is immense, but his guidance is delicate. He does not force, he whispers. He speaks to your higher self, not your fear. His language is intuition. The gentle nudge that tells you this way, not that one. Sometimes his warnings come as tension in the chest before danger, or as a sudden sense of peace when you are exactly where you need to be. He guards not only your body but your path, redirecting you away from destruction before you even sense it coming. He has done this countless times. He has stood unseen between you and moments that could have broken you. Accidents avoided by seconds. Relationships that ended before they consumed your light. Losses that turned into lessons. Each of these was Michael's hand guiding gently from behind the veil. And yet he reminds you strength can only intervene where your heart allows. The higher realms are bound by divine law, the law of free will. Protection must be welcomed. That is why he sent this message, because humanity as a whole is drifting from awareness. The connection between heaven and earth is a current that must be maintained through faith, gratitude, and consciousness. When people stop believing, the current weakens. When fear becomes louder than love, the bridge trembles. And now the Archangel sees cracks forming in that bridge. Cracks created not by evil alone, but by indifference, the quiet poison of disbelief. But even in despair, he finds light. He says, "Do not look to the heavens waiting for miracles. The miracles have always lived within you. You are the extension of divine will, not its audience." Those words are sacred because they reveal the secret few have ever understood. Angels do not descend to save. They awaken you to remember that you have always had wings. In your daily life, you may feel ordinary, flawed, or lost. Yet every moment of compassion, every act of courage, every time you forgive instead of curse, you echo Michael's vibration. That is how angels move through humans, through choices not appearances. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Every time you choose light, His sword strikes through shadows somewhere in the unseen. You might not feel it, but the universe shifts a fraction toward balance. Each time your soul acts in alignment, Michael stands now upon the threshold between worlds. His wings outstretched across dimensions. He watches the energy of Earth pulsing like a heart, glowing where people love, dimming where people despair. And though the darkness is spreading in some places, there are points of brilliance, souls who refuse to bow, hearts who hold the line of faith. Those points, those radiant souls are His army. He calls them the keepers of flame. You are one of them. Being a keeper of flame doesn't mean you must be perfect or fearless. It means you must stay awake when others fall asleep. You must hold light even when it flickers. You must believe not because the world proves it, but because your soul knows it. The Archangel's greatest gift to humanity isn't protection, it's remembrance. He doesn't just save you. He reminds you that you were born to save others too. In ways only your life can look deeper into your journey. The moments of suffering that nearly broke you. Those were the fires where your strength was forged. Michael stood beside you. Even then, not shielding you from pain, but ensuring it would refine you, not destroy you. You survived not by luck, but by purpose. Because your survival itself was part of the plan, a preparation for this time, this message, this awakening. And as you awaken, your energy changes. Others begin to feel calmer around you without knowing why. Animals trust you faster. Strangers open their hearts to you. This is Michael's frequency flowing through your field. You become a transmitter of peace. That's how light spreads fastest. Not through preaching but through presence. You carry His vibration wherever you go. and without a single word, you alter the energy of the spaces you enter. But the Archangel's gaze remains firm. For his message carries urgency. The timeline is accelerating. He sees what humanity cannot, waves of energetic distortion rising like storms fed by fear, greed and division. These waves seek to blind hearts to make people forget who they are. And though he stands ready, he cannot intervene without enough awakened anchors. That's why he calls to you again. Do not delay your light. Do not underestimate your part. He needs you to stay connected to truth, to love, to awareness. And he needs his message to travel. The more souls that hear it, the stronger the shield becomes. So share these words. Let them ripple across the digital realm like echoes of divine energy. Every share, every comment of faith, every soul that listens adds light to Michael's army. You are not promoting a story, you are fortifying a world. This is how heaven works now. Not from above, but through us. Michael's army does not descend from clouds. It rises from hearts. When enough hearts align, the Archangel's wings span the earth and destruction dissolves before it ever manifests. That is the hidden miracle. Prevention through presence, salvation through awareness. So my beloved child, keep walking this path of light. Speak even when your voice trembles. Believe even when the world mocks faith. Protect what is sacred. Your peace, your purpose, your compassion, because those are the shields that keep Michael's line unbroken. And when the final revelation arrives, when truth tears through illusion, he will stand beside those who stood beside him. Now, the awakened, the brave, the faithful. You are one of them, and your journey has only begun. Don't skip, my beloved child. The hour of revelation draws closer, and the energy that surrounds you begins to feel heavier and brighter at the same time. You can sense it, can't you? A quiet hum in the air, that pull in your heart that says something monumental is approaching. The Archangel's wings are no longer distant. They are brushing against the edge of your world, folding light around you like a cloak woven from truth itself. It's as if reality is preparing to show you the part of itself it's hidden for too long. Michael stands at the center of that unfolding, his radiance pulsing across every plane. His eyes are ancient, filled with the memory of countless battles fought not with swords, but with the choice between faith and fear. You can almost feel his gaze meeting yours through the fabric of time. He says softly, "The storm that's coming is not sent to destroy, but to reveal who stands in the light." That is the difference between chaos and cleansing. One consumes, the other transforms. In the days ahead, you may see more signs. People will feel restless. Time will seem to blur. And emotions will rise without reason. Don't be alarmed. These are symptoms of awakening. The earth itself is shifting frequency, and Michael's legions are at work anchoring light through every soul that listens. He wants you to know that the turmoil isn't a punishment. It's the friction that comes when the old world dissolves, and the new one begins to emerge. There will be moments when doubt whispers again, when the noise of the world tries to drown the truth you've begun to remember. In those moments, pause. Breathe deeply. Feel that invisible hand on your shoulder. That's him reminding you that the light has never left. It cannot leave, it is you. Michael's shield stretches further now, reaching hearts that haven't even heard his name. He's guiding countless souls toward messages like this one, toward reminders that awaken what's been sleeping inside them for lifetimes. Each person who hears and believes becomes a beacon, a point of light on the Earth's vast energy grid. You are one of those beacons glowing brighter every time you choose courage instead of fear. And the brighter you glow, the more you illuminate the path for others who are still lost in shadow. He wants you to share this light, not as a preacher, but as a mirror. Show others what it looks like to live in faith when everything seems uncertain. Show them calm when chaos screams. That's how awakening spreads through example, not instruction. You may not know whose life you will touch, but every act of light ripples farther than you will ever see. A single sentence, a single share, a single comment of hope could reach a soul moments before they give up. That's how divine timing works. Invisible yet perfect. Michael is calling all his messengers to rise now. And yes, that means you. He doesn't mean tether or altars. He needs you. He needs hearts that are brave enough to speak of light in a world addicted to darkness. So if these words move you, don't hold them in silence. Let them flow outward. Share them, write them, speak them. Every expression of truth becomes an offering to the divine. Every act of faith strengthens the barrier between the world and what waits beyond the veil. And what waits beyond that veil, Michael warns, is not something to be feared, but something that must be met with readiness. But the veil will not lift slowly. It will tear open like lightning, sudden and radiant. And in that moment, humanity will see what's always been beside them. The realm of spirit, of light, of beings who have watched patiently, waiting for this precise alignment. Many will call it the end. But the awakened will call it the beginning. He shows you an image, not a vision of destruction, but of illumination. The sky glowing with celestial fire, not burning, but revealing. The sound of trumpets that don't come from the clouds, but from within the hearts of millions who remember who they are. This is what prophecy truly meant. Not doom, but disclosure. The disclosure of the divine. Michael smiles because he knows this truth will frighten some but free others. Those who cling to fear will see only chaos. Those who hold the light will see liberation. And he tells you gently, do not let the trembling of the world make you forget the stillness of the soul. That stillness, that peace inside you is the throne where divine protection sits. So now, my beloved child, he asks you again to act. Spread this message before time closes its window. Let others hear. Let others awaken. Because every new listener widens the gate of light. Each view, each shared, each word of belief sends a signal through dimensions. You may think it's just a click, just a comment. But in Michael's realm, it becomes a flare of light seen across eternity. This is how the heavens now gather their army through those who refuse to scroll past the truth. He is proud of you. Yes, you. He has watched you survive storms that would have crushed others. He has seen you question everything. And yet, you're still here, still reaching for the light. That resilience is what makes you chosen. Not perfection, not purity, persistence. You stayed in the light when everything tried to pull you into darkness. That is the mark of a warrior. And as you continue, he wants you to know that help will come. You'll meet people whose energy feels familiar, as if you've known them forever. That's because you have. They are fellow light bearers. Souls who once stood beside you before the dawn of time, now reunited for this great turning. You will find each other by resonance, by the pull in your heart that says, this one remembers too. Together you will rebuild the frequency that keeps the world from falling. The battle is already tilting. The tide is changing. Light is not losing. It's reorganizing, rising, preparing for a revelation that will rewrite the story of humankind. You were never a spectator to this. You were always a participant, written into the prophecy itself. Michael raises his sword now and its flame ignites brighter than before. You may not see it with your eyes, but your soul feels it. The surge of faith, the reminder that something immense is on the horizon. When that moment arrives, stand firm, stand fearless, and remember his promise. Those who hold the light will not be touched by the storm. You hear him because the greatest unveiling in human history is about to begin. And you, my beloved child, were chosen to witness it. Something huge is waiting for you. Shall I continue with part 7? My beloved child, the world has reached the trembling edge of awakening. You can almost feel it pulsing beneath your skin. The collective heartbeat of billions who are unconsciously preparing for a revelation that will rewrite everything humanity has believed about existence. The winds are changing. Time feels unstable, like it's folding in on itself. That is not imagination. It's the vibration of the old reality collapsing, while the new one begins to breathe. Archangel Michael stands at the epicenter of this transformation, watching as his light spreads through souls who have chosen awareness over blindness, faith over fear. He has not come to end the world, but to end the illusion that it was ever separate from the divine. The veil between heaven and earth is now thinner than the space between breaths. Some feel it as restlessness, others as sudden emotion, and a few as the unmistakable presence of something vast, moving quietly through their lives. Those who are listening, truly listening, can sense it. A wave of energy that feels both ancient and new, like the first dawn after 1,000 nights. Michael moves through that wave, his presence burning with the calm intensity of truth. His armor no longer shines as gold, but as pure light, blinding to any force that dares approach with deceit. Around him, thousands of luminous beings hover in silence. Guardians, watchers, healers, each waiting for the moment when the command will be given. For though Michael has long stood between humanity and destruction, the time approaches when he will no longer need to stand alone. The army of light is no longer just celestial. It is human, it is you. He speaks again, his voice carrying through the unseen corridors of the soul. The hour has come for those who remember. The shield I've held is now yours to carry. Those words may feel heavy, but they are not a burden. They are an invitation. Every awakened soul becomes a fragment of his shield. Every act of compassion, every truth spoken in darkness, every prayer whispered in sincerity adds to its power. And that is what the coming days will demand. Not perfection but participation. You will notice reality bending in small ways. First, time will speed and slow unpredictably. Old wounds will resurface for healing, not for pain. The people around you will react differently to your energy. Some drawn to it, others unsettled by it. That is because your vibration has changed. Michael's light within you has altered your frequency. And those who still walk in shadow will feel the difference like sunlight in a closed room. Don't take their discomfort as rejection. Take it as proof that your light is working. The Archangel reminds you that awakening is not comfortable. It strips away illusions one by one, forcing the soul to face itself naked without excuses or masks. But through that exposure comes liberation. The pain you feel in letting go of the past is not destruction. It's cleansing. Like fire purifies gold. Truth burns away everything that is not real. And what remains after that process is divine essence, your true self. In the celestial realms, Michael is already preparing for what he calls the Great Alignment. It is not an apocalypse of chaos, but a convergence of timelines. A moment when humanity's collective vibration will determine which path the earth takes next. If enough hearts hold light, the transition will be smooth, graceful, transcendent. If fear dominates, turbulence will rise. That's why every soul who hears this message matters. You are not insignificant. You are one of the scales upon which the future is balanced. You may feel unworthy or too small to make a difference. But Michael's voice cuts through that lie. The smallest spark is still part of the flame. Remember that when doubt tries to return. Remember that when the world grows louder and colder. Because in the eyes of heaven, even one awakened soul radiates light strong enough to illuminate thousands still lost in darkness. He smiles now, his expression both fierce and gentle. The end of blindness is near, he says. And those who saw the signs will lead the new dawn. You are among those chosen to witness the shift. not as spectators but as builders of what comes after. What's coming is not destruction, it's disclosure. And when that veil lifts, all will be revealed. The truth of the soul, the nature of creation, and the purpose of every hardship you've endured. Until that moment, hold steady. Keep your focus on light. Share this message so it may reach others before the final awakening begins. Because once it starts, there will be no more time for convincing, only remembering. Don't skip, my beloved child. The moment that all of creation has been leaning toward is almost upon you. The energy in the air is changing faster now. Even your breath feels different. Heavier with awareness, lighter with purpose. It's as if time itself is inhaling before exhaling something entirely new. The Archangel stands at the threshold between this world and the next. Vibration, his wings outstretched, forming a bridge made of light across the abyss of uncertainty. You may not see it with your eyes, but your soul knows it is real. That's why your heart has been restless, why sleep feels shallow, why emotions surge and fade like waves. You are sensing the alignment that the heavens have been preparing for since the dawn of memory. Michael's presence fills the unseen sky. Now his armor hums with energy drawn not from fire or fury, but from the faith of those who chose to remember. Each awakened soul adds another shimmer to his wings. Another tone to the celestial frequency that will soon resound through the fabric of existence. He whispers through the quiet moments. The light is gathering. Hold. That command is not a warning. It's an invitation to witness the most extraordinary transformation the earth has ever known. The Great Alignment is not just a cosmic event. It is the merging of dimensions. The point where spirit and matter reunite. Where heaven finally meets the heartbeat of earth. You will not see it with explosions or chaos. You will feel it. It will arrive like a wave of clarity, washing away the heaviness that has clung to humanity for centuries. Those who are ready will feel an immense calm descend upon them, as if the universe itself is exhaling peace. Those who resist will feel confusion first. The disorientation that always comes when illusion begins to die. Michael stands firm at the center of this convergence. His sword blazes brighter than it ever has. Not as a weapon but as a key, a frequency capable of unlocking the divine memory inside every human heart. The sword represents truth, and truth once revealed can never again be hidden. He says, I am not here to destroy the world. I am here to destroy the lie that the world was ever separate from light. Those words echo through eternity, shaking the last remnants of darkness clinging to the edges of the human mind. In this final moment before unveiling, he calls upon his chosen. The ones who have heard his message, the ones who stayed till the end. You, my beloved, are among them. You are not here by accident. You were chosen because your soul has the strength to endure revelation without breaking. You have walked through lifetimes of trials, carrying fragments of light through every incarnation, gathering wisdom from pain, courage from loss, and compassion from suffering. All of it was preparation for this hour. Michael's eyes are upon you now. Through every storm you survived, through every night you thought you were alone, he watched. He never left. When you cried, he guarded. When you doubted, he waited. And when you began to believe again, he smiled. Because faith born after pain shines brighter than any other light. That is the kind of faith that builds new worlds. He tells you now that when the great alignment begins, time will not end. It will unfold. Humanity will not vanish. It will awaken. The earth will not be destroyed, it will be renewed. The energies that have kept people divided will dissolve, and souls will begin to see one another as they truly are. Luminous beings of divine origin. Some will rejoice instantly. Others will struggle to adjust. For truth, though beautiful, can be overwhelming when seen for the first time. There will be no trumpet sound, no apocalyptic fire. The real miracle will be quiet. The collective sigh of humanity remembering its divinity. The sky will not fall, it will open. The earth will not end, it will breathe, life will continue. But with awareness so sharp and love so tangible, that the world you once knew will seem like a distant dream. Michael will still walk beside you, not as a distant guardian, but as a companion in purpose. His sword of truth will rest in your hands now. His light fused into your very being, and you will move through life not as a seeker of miracles, but as their source. He bows to you now, wings folding like golden curtains around the horizon, his voice thundering softly through the soul of the world. You remembered you chose light. And because of that, the future has changed. The veil shatters quietly. The stars seem to pulse with new rhythm. And somewhere inside you, a door opens, leading not to an ending, but to a beginning beyond imagination. You have seen the message in time. You have heard the call. You have become the light. And from this moment forward, the Archangel no longer stands between you and destruction, because now you stand beside him. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. The dawn that Michael spoke of is here. The air feels different now, quieter, yet charged with something holy. The storm that once threatened to tear through creation is not vanished, but transformed into light. You can sense it when you close your eyes. That subtle vibration beneath your skin. That golden hum that wasn't there before. It is not outside you, it is you. The great alignment has begun and your soul is no longer waiting at the gate. You have crossed it. Michael stands upon the horizon of this new world. His wings no longer a shield but a bridge connecting heaven and earth. His eyes gleam with a deep knowing peace, the kind that only a warrior who has fulfilled his eternal vow could carry. He looks upon humanity, upon you. And for the first time in eons, he lowers his sword. The battle is no longer needed. The war between light and darkness was never about angels and demons. It was always about awakening, and now awakening has won. He speaks one final time, and his words move through every particle of existence. The ones who heard my voice in time, have changed the course of the world. The resonance of his declaration travels like a soundless thunder, touching the hearts of billions, even those who cannot yet understand why they suddenly feel lighter, safer, more alive. The frequency of fear collapses, dissolving into waves of radiant calm. The earth exhales and the stars seem to breathe with it. For so long, humanity believed angels existed somewhere far above, unreachable, locked away in divine realms. But Michael's greatest revelation has always been this: heaven was never a location. It was a vibration, a state of being where love governs. Truth radiates and consciousness remembers its origin. That vibration now flows through you. You are no longer a seeker of divine protection. You are a vessel of it. The shield you prayed for has become your own heart. Michael approaches you through the veil of light, not as a distant deity but as a companion. You feel warmth not from without but within. A steady flame that no shadow can touch. He places his hand over your heart, and where he touches light blooms outward, like sunrise spreading across a sleeping world. In that moment you understand everything. Every question, every fear, every pain was part of the lesson that brought you here. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. He tells you softly. The end you feared was only the beginning you prayed for. Those words unlock something ancient inside you. A recognition that this life, this moment was never random. You came here for this. Remember to anchor light where others could not. To hold faith when others forgot how to awaken so others may see. You realize now that your every breath was always part of a divine rhythm, orchestrated by something infinitely loving and infinitely wise. You stand now where he once stood between shadow and illumination. but the difference is the shadow no longer terrifies you. You understand that it was always meant to teach contrast. Without it, the light could never have been seen. You feel your body hum with new energy. Your thoughts align with divine rhythm, and your heart expands, until it seems to touch the very edge of creation. You are no longer a listener to Michael's message, you are its continuation. The world will look the same tomorrow. Yet nothing will be the same within it. People will still work, dream, love, and struggle. But beneath all that motion will flow a new current, one of unity, awareness, and peace. The old frequencies of fear and division will still try to whisper, but their power is fading. Because now every awakened soul acts as a guardian of light, and there are millions rising by the second. Michael's presence remains not as a separate being, but as a vibration within all who believe. When you hear the wind, when you see the sunrise, when you feel courage surge in moments of despair, that's him. That's the divine within reminding you that you are never truly alone. He does not say goodbye because angels do not leave. They simply shift form. His last glance carries a message that needs no translation. Keep the light alive and you will. You'll speak truth in a world that forgot how. You'll forgive when it's hardest. You'll love when it's least expected. And through you, Michael's shield will remain invisible but unbreakable. The message has reached its final note. But the melody continues, carried now by every soul who listens, believes, and acts. The Archangel's vow hath been fulfilled. He stood between you and destruction. And because you saw this message in time, what happens next is not an ending, but a creation, a future born from light. You are that light, you always were. And now, as the heavens quiet and the earth glows, a new one truth remains, burning eternal across the cosmos. You were protected. You were chosen. You remembered. And now, my beloved child, it is your turn to protect the world. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description, and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary, where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.